Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bam, bam, bam. Boom, 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 boom. What up, Ruben? What up, man? We doing something a little different today. How's it going for you? We're doing something a little bit different. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Yeah, got my first hater. What up, Pokey? It's gonna be a short stream tonight, guys. But I wanted to try to do something a little bit different. Before I get into that, yeah, I did have my first hater. Guys, so I think I'm starting to get haters on the stream. So that means that the channel's growing. That's actually, some people will look at that as like a bad thing. I look at it actually like a good thing, because that lets me know that the channel's growing. Because it's not just you guys that are like my biggest supporters. There's other people that are just like, no, I don't like this dude, but they took the time out of their day to leave a hateful comment. I look at that as progress. So guys, I just want to give you a round of applause to you for being such great supporters. We got haters coming to the channel now. You can't be doing anything successfully if you don't have any haters. So round of applause to you guys for being the best. What if they unsub after? That's okay, guys. That is okay. All right. So in today's video live stream, I wanted to talk about some of the things that are more important to me than music. Actually, they're more important to me than music. They actually influence my music. I wanted to let you guys get to know me a little bit better so I could talk to you about the why. I think the reason why we do things is more important than just doing things, right? And of course my little light just went out, so let me plug it back up. All right, so I've always been into music. I've always been a singer since I've been young. I remember, what up, Warmonger? I remember when I was little, the first time that I had recorded my voice singing, my parents had like this cassette recorder, and I was able to, I think I was singing like an Alicia Keys song. I was super young, and I recorded my voice on these little cassette tapes, and I was just able to do that over and over again. And that first introduced me to recording music, but I've always enjoyed singing. So actually in middle school, I was in choir, but I was like kind of really shy. And I really wasn't super active in middle school. I had a couple solos and things like that. But then when I got in high school, what was kind of crazy was I auditioned to be in choir, and I made like the lowest like skill level choir in the whole high school, right? And so I was kind of bummed out about that, right? But then later on that year, I ended up auditioning for a musical, which was fairly hard to get into. So I auditioned for this musical, and I ended up being in the musical with a bunch of other students that were in some of the higher choirs. Look at the title, guys. Hey, guys, just let everybody chat. Just let them hate. Just do their thing. So that gave me a lot of confidence in high school, because I was like, wow, I made this musical. I'm in this musical with a bunch of people that are supposed to be at a bigger skill level than me. I ended up going from the lowest choir in high school to one of the more advanced choirs, and that gave me a lot of confidence. I ended up doing musicals and sang in concerts throughout my whole high school career. All right, but before I get into a lot more of the music, I want to share with you guys again why I really enjoy music so much. So, I grew up in a family. I have let me see. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. And both of my brothers are older than me. I have twin sisters. One of my sisters actually died about 2 years ago. Her name was Valerie Snowden. I definitely miss her. And I also have 3 more sisters, Jaleesa, Belinda, Ebony, and then my 2 older brothers, Eric and Jerome. And I have my 2 parents, Jerome and Lisa Snowden. All right. So, one of the big things that influences me with music is actually my faith in God, right? So, one of the things that really speaks to me a lot when I read the Bible is a story of Genesis and how God like created the heavens and the earth. And it's a super big deal to me, right? Because it's really how I connect with him a lot. Like I have a ton of respect and admiration for how he was able to just speak words and create the world. And in the same way, I look at music that way. Obviously, we're not creating worlds, but kind of we are creating worlds in your head that you can live in. When you hear your favorite song, when you see one of your favorite artists, you like them because they can kind of paint a world for you when you listen to their song. And that's one of the things that really draws me into music a lot. So that's one of my super big influences is Jesus, God of the universe. I'm a Christian. That influences a lot of my music. And again, one of the things that I notice about myself is I'm not a big talker. Like I don't feel the need to talk all the time. Like I have some friends, they love talking and they just talk all the time and it's great, right? But me, I'm more of a listener and I try to only talk when I need to. But with music and singing, I feel like I can say a lot of the things that maybe I would be too shy to say otherwise or too timid to say. So that's one of the reasons why I enjoy writing music. I can just express myself in a more meaningful way. Your friends love yapping. That's hilarious. Hey, all the new people in the chat, I appreciate y'all being here today. My name is Andre Snow. I'm an R&B singer and producer out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And speaking of Indianapolis, Indiana, that's where I grew up. I live in the Midwest of the United States. A lot of people, they don't even know about Indianapolis. When they hear about Indianapolis, they think about maybe Peyton Manning or basketball or something like that. But in all reality, Indiana is a lot of farmland. Like most of it's farmland, like people growing corn and other things like that. But I live in the middle of Indiana in a city called Indianapolis, which is the capital. And there's like almost 1 million people here. It's one of the biggest cities in the whole of the United States. What up, Relax and Reveal? All right, so one of the cooler things too, after I got married, my wife, and actually before I got married, my wife really encouraged me to relax and reveal. I appreciate that. My wife really encouraged me to sing. She found some of my like old like notebooks where I was like writing down some of my dreams when it comes to music, like different promotional things I wanted to do, different shows I wanted to do, and she showed me those things, and it really helped me to understand how much I really enjoy music. And that really kind of got me back into it in a really big way. For the past like 4 years after the pandemic hit, I wasn't really singing as much because honestly, I was working like a job where I wasn't really making much money, and it wasn't really the best job for me. I was working as a bartender, and just being around all that alcohol, I was drinking too much, and back then I was smoking as well, and so I really needed to get out of that environment. And COVID, I know there was a lot of bad things that came with COVID, but for me it was a big blessing. Hey, facts, Ruben. It was really a big blessing because I was able to get away from the restaurant industry. So during COVID, I actually was able to go to a free IT school where I was able to learn like different IT skills. I got certifications, and after that, I was able to get like a really good job in tech. And from there, I kind of taught myself software development. And around that time I was teaching myself software development, that's when I met my wife. And it's just so cool that, she kind of really helped me get back into the music thing. And again, I was always singing, but as far as releasing and recording music, I had stopped doing that for like 4 years. So shout out to my wife for getting me back in this, saying we're gonna run it up, guys. I've been having some really big growing pains with YouTube music promotion. All these things are so new to me, and like I've been having to tell myself like, yo, Andre, like you're new to this. You're gonna hit your head on a lot of things. You're gonna encounter some bumps in the road. Like you gotta be okay with that. And honestly, guys, I'm okay with that. I'm in it for the long haul. Also, I think me being older too, like a lot of times, like I'm 33 years old, guys, and a lot of times I think about that and it kind of discourages me because I'll say to myself, man, I'm too old to like have a successful music career. This is not something that you can do at my age. But honestly, I think God is bigger than my doubts, right? I think he can do anything that he wants. And I don't want to put him in a box and say that it's not possible. I really think that I have things that I can say. I think I can be a voice for those who are like me, who don't talk a lot, but want other people that believe in the same things that they do. And guys, I mean, already like with the music that I've released and starting this channel, we've built such a cool community. This is the Snow Fam community, and it really leads me to one of my other points about music, which is, man, I just love how music brings people together. Like, have you ever been to one of your favorite music shows? You see one of your favorite artists, and in the crowd, you find people that are like you, right? Like sometimes during some of the downtime in the concert, you start talking to people around you, and you find out, wow, we have things in common. They have the same shirt that you have on. They, that artist's favorite song is that artist that they like. One of their favorite songs is your favorite song too. And it's just so cool how music brings so many people together. That's like one of my favorite parts of going to a concert, is just the different conversations and the people that you meet. And it's happening right now here in this chat. Like, you guys are all around the world just talking to each other, and it's amazing what music can do. Oh, ooh, So I should talk about my family a little bit more too. So my sister and my mother, two of my sisters and my mother, they all play the violin. I don't know if they play it anymore, but they play the violin. All of them are singers too, or can sing. My brothers, they're not really super musical. Yeah, they're not too musical, but like my sisters and my mother, they are. And my dad's not really very musical at all either. So like out of all the guys in her family, I was the only one that kind of really developed like musical talent, which is very funny. I just now realized that as we were making this video. But they're a big reason as to why I sing today. You know, just growing up, riding along in the car and songs are playing, and you know, Like, you're singing along and just having a good time, right? Growing up in church, singing in church, all those things shape me into what I am today. So, guys, I wanted to make this a real short live stream just to get to know each other a little bit better. Hopefully you learned some things about me. One of my biggest gripes when I look at some indie artists or things like that is they never share anything about themselves, and I really don't like that. Like, there's some artists that I know that make fire music, but I don't know a single thing about them other than just the music they write, right? So I just wanted to share a little bit about you, about myself. Comment below anything that you want to see on the channel, guys. I just released a poll to talk about some of the different live stream ideas I have. So if you haven't voted, go ahead and vote for that. Also, I have a new song out called As Far As We Can Go. Go stream that right now on Spotify and everywhere else. I love you guys so much. And my name is Andre Snow. Don't do anything that you shouldn't do. I will see y'all again later. Peace. Bye.